and collective, not affected by what the ego consciousness in the world creates. And we want you to think about this for a few moments. Would it be fair for you to have to suffer because your sibling is creating a path of pain, suffering, struggle, and lack for themselves? We want you to see how loving God is in giving each one of us the free will and the power to create our own experience, our own path, whether it is a path of joy or a path of self-destruction. In the world you have trouble, but be of good cheer. Your purpose, if you choose it, is to overcome the world, to evolve out of ego consciousness, to let yourself and your past be healed so that you can experience heaven in this now and in every succeeding moment of now. Thank you, God. Now we want to share with you an experience that we had in working through Brother Daniel in a session. We were working with a being who wants very much to stay in the consciousness of heaven, but constantly experiences being pulled out of the heaven that they have opened to and accepted. And each of you in your own way may be familiar with this experience, that you feel that you've broken through, you are feeling good things manifest, and then seemingly out of nowhere, you are pulled back into your old patterning. And we want to help you to overcome this experience. It is only overcome, however, when you open enough to be able to feel my presence, says the Spirit of God. And as you take in a breath now and you allow yourself to be sensitive and to feel, you will actually feel my presence. And as you feel into my presence, you will feel its sweetness, its gentleness, its beneficence. You will not feel judgment. You will not feel condemnation. You will not feel anger. You will not feel impatience. You will just feel me wanting to envelop you in and with my love for you. So as you are able to feel me, says the Spirit of God, in the midst of pain, in the midst of suffering, in the midst of struggle, in the midst of lack, you will understand that there is a part of you, there is a part of humanity that is very, very, very busy atoning for the mistakes and the destructiveness of the past by creating punishing, self-denying, painful experiences in the present. So in this session that was being described, we pointed this out to this person and had them actually say aloud as they were looking at their problem, their challenge, their pain, their suffering, their struggle, their lack, to say aloud, oh, I am busy atoning for the past. I am busy creating painful, punishing experiences for myself in the present because I am feeling that I need to atone for my past. But I feel with me now, saying to me, this is not necessary. I do not need or have to do this. Brother Daniel is bringing into his consciousness a reference to a play that was popular many years ago. Your arms too short to box with God. And we want you to see the power of this. There is this part of the self, a part of the human ego consciousness, very busy creating pain, suffering, struggle, and lack. And then there is God saying, come home now. Come into my heart now. Come into the consciousness of heaven where I am right now, the consciousness of heaven where there is no pain, suffering, struggle, or lack. Come into the consciousness of heaven, and while you are on earth, let yourself have the experience of heaven on earth. And the ego, this part of the ego, is going around and around and around in circles, very busy, atoning, boxing with God, saying, no, I'm too busy atoning for the past. I'm too busy hurting myself. I'm too busy trying to hurt my siblings on earth to hear you, to receive you, to listen to you, to let myself accept the heaven you are offering to me now. Now, once you are aware of all of this happening inside of you, it is very, very powerful. Because then you can make a conscious, a fully conscious, informed choice. You can choose to either continue the merry-go-round of atoning for the past and creating pain, suffering, struggle, or lack, or you can choose to accept the miracles of transformation I am always sending to you in every moment of now. Now, when we work with you, beloved ones, we say to you again and again that our work with you is not over until your joy is complete. And indeed, many of you have made such powerful and profound progress. But we are wanting you to go all of the way. So take in a nice breath and feel me, says the Spirit of God, filling you now with my presence of love for you. Connect with your heart and look and see, are you living the desires of your heart right now? And tell yourself the truth. See if you are, or if you are not. And take in another breath and see if there is any bit of pain, suffering, struggle, or lack. It does not matter if it is large or small. It need not be. Look at all of this and let yourself speak these words. I have been very busy atoning for my past, the past that I'm judging myself as being wrong, not loving enough, not giving enough, not doing enough. I have been very busy withholding life from myself, and in the extreme hurting myself as a way of making up for what I feel has been destructive and unloving in the past of this life and in other lifetimes I have lived. This is not required. I no longer want this. I no longer choose this. God, I let you in. I let in the miracle that sets me free. The miracle of radical self-forgiveness. Thank you, God. And as you breathe, you will feel my presence, says the Spirit of God, filling you with a self-love and a self-acceptance and a consciousness of innocence and deservingness that you've never let in before. And let yourself speak these words of prayer if you choose. Thank you, God, for my unconditional self-acceptance, which I let in right now. Thank you, God, for my unconditional self-love, which I let in right now. I accept that I am forgiven for everything, God. You cause me to feel this in my depth, at the core of my being. And I am free now to sustain my joy, my happiness, my fulfillment. And as you breathe, if there is a heart's desire that you have not yet experienced on earth, declare with me, I let this in right now. Because God has freed me of self-judgment and guilt, and caused me to feel deserving of this manifestation of joy and fulfillment. For I have come to the earth to enjoy everything. I am forgiven. I have come to the earth to enjoy everything. This is my purpose. This is why I have life. This is why God has created me. And just breathe that in. And as you breathe, we will be working with you. Thank you, God. And I'm going to, as Spirit is working with you, I'm